Since yesterday, late yesterday, when 2 additional cases were notified to the community, we've had a further 6 positive cases. That takes the total number of cases in Victoria directly linked to those Sydney incursions to 24. So 24 positive cases in total. We never want to see more cases, but it very much, I think, underscores the need to have the lockdown. It very much confirms the decision, as difficult as it was, that we took yesterday to lock the state down for these 5 days. These additional cases, if they had not been in a situation where we're limiting movement, then we know what that means. It means that we finish up with this running wild. We now have 100 exposure sites, 1,500 primary close contacts, 5,000 secondary close contacts. We are out to 7 rings in terms of contact between cases and everybody that they have spent time with. Our contact tracers are working really hard and really well, and I want to give them a shout out and thank them. So too the Victorian community, coming forward, getting tested, following the rules, doing the right thing. Nothing's more important than that. Each of us have a contribution to make. Each of us have a part to play in not just our systems and our processes running alongside this virus, but in fact getting ahead of it and being able to crush it. We've done it before, and we've done it before with the Delta variant. We can do it again, and we will do it again. We're all working as hard as we possibly can to make this as short a lockdown as possible, 5 days. That's certainly better than 5 weeks or 5 months. But as I said last night, Jerome and me and all those contact tracers and everybody else in the team, we can't do it on our own. We need, and we're asking for every single Victorian to play their part in that. And as we have done before, I'm very confident that Victorians will rise to that challenge. Now, a couple of things I wanted to update you on. Firstly, yesterday I indicated that we as a government were very pleased with the announcements that the Prime Minister had made in relation to support for those who would be out of work, would have reduced hours if it were not for this lockdown. This lockdown is causing them some very significant financial pain. I also made the point that that need in a needs-based system began hour 1 of day 1 of our 5-day lockdown. There was a couple of unresolved matters, and we left it to some conversations between the PM and I last night. Very pleased to say, and I think the Commonwealth have made announcements to this effect, but they were very positive discussions, and we will see a situation where those rules will apply regardless of the fact that, and those, I should say, those benefits will apply, those payments will apply regardless of the 5-day lockdown as opposed to the 7-day trigger point that had been foreshadowed by the Commonwealth. If you lose the hours and you are eligible, then the length of the lockdown doesn't matter. You've lost those hours, you've lost those wages, and you should be supported. The second part of that, so that's a great outcome, and I'm very pleased to be able to have those very positive discussions with the Prime Minister last night. The second point, though, is those arrangements, as was always the case, they relate to the Commonwealth declared hot zone, so that part of the state, which I understand is both Greater Melbourne, Geelong, Queenscliff, the Surf Coast, but also Moorabool Shire. They will be picked up, those payments will be paid for by the Commonwealth. I can announce today that the rest of Victoria, which is under lockdown but is not Commonwealth declared, and again we're not finding fault with this, but as part of the agreement, and indeed as was foreshadowed earlier in the week, we will pick up the tab for all of those eligible workers who are paid. So the Commonwealth through Services Australia will administer that system. They will then send us a bill for those regional workers. It's important that everybody across the board gets the support and the care that they need. As I said yesterday, it's not really a cost to the budget. It's an investment in everybody doing the right thing. It's an investment in avoiding hardship and an investment in making sure that we can contain this, these 2 outbreaks and get this back under control and open up and be as close to normal as we can be in this pre-fully vaccinated period. The second point that I foreshadowed yesterday is that we would waste no time in providing affected businesses with the support that they need. Minister Pakula is here with us, and he's going to take you through the details of this package. It's more than $200 million. It is instant, so it is on foot from pretty much now, and we're looking to make automatic payments, so people will not have to apply. If you got a grant last time, you will get a grant this time, and you will receive those monies. We'll pay them almost certainly before the end of this lockdown, certainly early next week. And it'll be then a matter for your bank and your financial institution as to whether that money flows to you overnight or over a longer period. But we will have made the payment as quick as possible. We're wasting no time with that. That sense of shared effort is part of the partnership with the Commonwealth Government, and it was important that we clarified for the Commonwealth Government that yesterday, and that's why we're able to announce those positive partnership details, those arrangements for both business and for workers. Essentially, I know and understand that this is not easy. No one wants to be locked down, but we had no choice, and these additional cases overnight, and particularly some of the context of these cases, I think confirm for all Victorians that we had to make that tough call. We have been here before, we have done this before, and we've done it with Delta. Let's never forget that. Just the last time we were able to bring, I believe, a more complex series of chains of transmission under control, and I'm very confident that our contact tracing team, in partnership with every single Victorian playing their part, will be able to do the same again. In the interest of time, I might just now throw to Martin to take you through the details of the business support package, and then Jerome can speak to these additional cases, and then we're happy to take any and all questions you have.